Welcome back, guys, to the channel. Alright, YouTubers, subscribers, everybody that watches. It's Friday night. Hugo and I were beat. Been a long week. But what we have here to replenish our spirits is the Pumpkin Ale Review. Alright, now this is probably the third year doing a pumpkin ale. And each year, like with every beer, they never come out the same. So I'm interested to see how this has come out. So here we go. Ooh, yeah. There you go. Ah. Alright, we got some carbonation. Yeah. Okay, whoa. Let's ease up on that. The first one, I did try this already, by the way. So this isn't the first time I'm having it. But before, I had it at the 2-week mark, and tonight would probably be, a little over 2 weeks, a little over. Alright, and you can see the head, about 2-finger head. The color, it's hard to see it in this lighting, I know it, but there it is. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's amber. I used all amber malt and amber DME. No, I'm sorry, LME, liquid malt extract, with Pilsner DME, pounded Pilsner. Smell the, definitely smell the pumpkin. I put a lot of pumpkin in it. I used can. I didn't use real whole pumpkins. I just used Libby's. Mash that in with some 2-row and some Crystal 40. And I think Columbus for hops. Just an ounce. Alright, so let's give it a taste. Damn, that's good. Sweet, caramelly, malty. It's probably from the crystal. I smell the pumpkin. I used some spices. I used about a teaspoon, I believe, of pumpkin pie spice. And normally, like last year's pumpkin ale did not. I think the spices fermented out, because I added to the boil, well, not to the boil, but at the end of the boil, when you finish out, you put your spices in, and you can smell it. It smells just like a daggone pumpkin pie in the brew pot there. But it's always like, I think the fermentation, I think I should maybe experiment next year. I don't know, because I did a lot of reading on the forums and stuff, and I noticed a lot of guys had that trouble. It doesn't really taste that spicy with the nutmeg and cinnamon in the beer itself, like when you buy the commercial beers. So I think either before they bottle or whatever, they must add some more spices in. And a lot of guys on the forum said to wait till fermentation was done, and then maybe mix some up in some water, some boiled water, and then throw that in the fermenter. But I'm always leery about adding stuff, to it. I'm always cautious about, because I'm still rather new. I mean, I've been doing it for 3 years, but I'm still afraid to play with it. I've never dry hopped or anything like that, so I'm still a little green in that area. I don't know if I want to really play with that. Maybe adding stuff after the fermentation, or I just let it sit there, finish out doing what it's doing, and then I bottle it. So, but again, another year. I do this once a year for the fall, October into November. And comes out quite good. Every year it's been a little bit different. I knew that when I first started my brewing adventures and getting into this, the first thing on my mind was I want to make a pumpkin beer, because I've always loved the commercial pumpkin beers. I would always try a different one every year. But as you know, it's expensive. For freaking six bottles, 6-pack, you're paying $9-10 for some of these beers. And it's, and that's it. You get one, I just get one 6-pack once a year. And that's crazy. So here I'm like, wow, I'll make 5 gallons of beer, man. That's like freaking, 48, 50 bottles. hey, a pumpkin ale, wow. You know, if you do the math, you know, hey, it's a good deal. So first thing I did, you know, I bought the Cooper's kit, you know, all the bottles and the fermenter, and I had took the lager, the Cooper's lager, and I made my first beer ever was a pumpkin ale with the Cooper's kit, and boy, that came out great. It came out great for the first beer I ever did. You know, judging compared to this to that, uh, they're two different beers. I mean, even though a lot of the same stuff I did, I don't think I mashed. I think I just boiled the pumpkin with it. But I think this came out to be 7.2%, and I think with that mash, that little mini mash that I do with the pumpkin, and you know some and I think 3 pounds of 2 row, it I got some sugars out of that pumpkin, because if I just go on Beersmith or Brewer's Friend and do the calculations, it's supposed to be like only like 5.5%, maybe 6, with the malt that I used. 6 to 7 pounds of malt altogether. Uh, so I'm getting 7.2%. So I'm getting something. There's getting some sort of conversions with the sugars. So I hope you guys had a great week. I don't know when I'm gonna get this up. It's Friday evening. Okay, and we're here down at the Fishing Shack. We're about to watch a little horror movie done by George A. Romero and Stephen King. Creepshow 2. It's October, horror month. I have my own little horror marathons that I do, so every night I got a horror movie that I'm watching up until Halloween, and then Halloween, hey, we're watching Halloween. Little Halloween marathon. John Carpenter. Came out good. I'm really impressed. You never know how these beers are going to come out. Every time, hey, it's an adventure, right, Hugo? So we're going to kick back here. Going to light ourselves up a punch cigar. Enjoy life and relax. So till next time, guys, brew on. In the comments below, let me know what you guys are brewing and what you'd like to see on the channel. I don't know what we're going to do next. What's going to be coming up next. We've got some things going on this weekend with the family and stuff. Maybe I'll shoot some footage of that. Other than that, we're just going to sit back, chill, watch the movie, have a cigar on a Friday evening here. So stay safe, keep your mugs full. Let's set sail. Captain Bailey's Adventures. Till next time. Cheers.